Welcome back to RollFare, a D&D podcast. We are picking up where we left off with our party having just risen from their night's sleep after a interesting night with Raynor and Alton, who threw a flaming bag of fish very poorly at the Temple of Uvamar. So we'll see what happens as a result of that. But they have some things on their plate that they're looking to accomplish, and we're going to pick up with them heading down from sleeping into the tavern. So, you guys have all risen. What are you doing at this point?
Assad's going to go up to Raynor. She's going to say, Raynor, look what I still remember how to do. And I'm going to cast Ray of Frost. Just like the beam just going to right down like the hallway.
Be careful with that. You might put an eye out. But
She looks down
impressive. I did not expect that from you.
And as you do that, you hear the barkeeper shout out, Hey! What are you doing?
I'm learning magic.
Well, don't learn it here!
Apologies.
I'll keep a better eye on her.
You've been here for like 2 weeks and then you just decide to go crazy?
Well, I just learned it last night.
Well, that's not my problem.
I didn't know it would go that far. I thought last night it only affected a small area. I'm just learning. It won't happen again. I apologize.
Well, thank you, Asar.
Would you like some ice made?
No.
I can do it again.
No!
You could keep those, things you called ale cool.
I could cool down the ale.
We're fine. We don't want any magic here.
It's quite useful. You should have.
Assad,
You should have shown me this.
We need to chat at some point, but I would keep it secret.
I would like to be
now,
part
a
of this
bit.
chat. That sounds fun. I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, we need to have a chat for sure.
Oh, sure.
Maybe
yes.
at some point as we travel.
You can teach me some more magic. This is fantastic.
I think you have a lot to teach me. It seems.
So, Raynor, do you think you've caught up on all your business in town, or are we good to start?
Oh yes, it actually might be beneficial to leave town for a bit too.
He did the nicest thing for me. He found my satchel that had been missing and brought it to me last night. It was so nice.
I mean, beneficial because we have things to do outside of town, of
Well.
course.
Of course, with the scorpion and
Yeah, the
Whatnot.
scorpion and going to the mine to
What a
check
nice
on
gesture.
the contacts and
Very.
indeed.
such. So yes, so lots to do. Might want to.
Yes, lots of tasks to run that aren't here, right?
Yes.
The only thing I would ask is if we go into the marketplace and get some vials.
Oh,
or...
I have some.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got, how many vials do I
Do you have enough for the list that we require to bring back?
Oh, yes.
So-
I consult the list because I have this list with all of the things that we need.
Yes, let me pull up the list.
I've got 5 vials and 2 empty bottles.
While you pull up the list, can I do an insight on Raynor?
Sure.
Pretty
7?
obvious.
I'd say go ahead and make a deception check.
It's higher than 7.
You believe him.
Okay.
So there's only one specific herb that she's looking for that she really wants. There's a second one that's less important, but only one specifically that she really wants. It's called Tirianga Ngari is the name. So that's spelled Tirianga space Mgari.
Mgari.
Yeah, Tirianga Ngari.
Gary.
And she told you that this could be found growing on cactuses.
Drink cactus.
There was mention of a scorpion.
Yes, we need to get some
venom.
Has
anyone dealt with
And
scorpions
some
before?
scorpion blood too, I think.
scorpion blood.
Yeah. Small ones.
Small ones, yes. That's common. But
Yeah, you check your
did not
boots.
sound like small.
No, they don't sound small.
Just check your boots in the morning when you go.
Would I
sleep
would
in
I
the
know
desert.
much
I have
or anything
sandals.
about
Put a rope
scorpions
around
from
you when
my
you sleep. Wait, that's
history and
snakes.
caravans and stuff?
I'm sorry. What is this? Wisdom?
Wait, a rope?
What?
Go ahead and make a
Snakes.
history check.
If you put a rope around you while you sleep in the desert,
Or a nature check.
snakes
Let's
will
do
avoid you in
make a
the night.
nature.
They come and they meet the rope, and then they just go around
7.
it and end up wandering
I
off.
did not
Nothing
know
really
that is
comes to
interesting
mind.
information.
I did not realize snakes would come visit you in the desert at night. Aren't we always going to stop at an inn?
Well,
Not always.
sometimes that inn is a tent out in the middle of the desert.
Tent.
Or just
Wow.
a bedroll
Really
under the
fancy.
stars.
I mean, you are a tent, so
It's true.
Yeah, you take your home with you, it seems.
It's quite nice.
Okay.
Camping is intense.
You should have played a bard again. Oh gosh, that was embarrassing.
Is multi-classing as a ranger and bard very common?
Okay.
Split personality.
So, one thing I will remind you that you also are doing, your friend has been missing for
Yes.
like a week.
The smithy?
Vatha. Yes.
Vatha Sheon.
How do you
I really should
actually
take
spell her
notes.
name?
Let me find it. From the depths of everything.
Probably got a random Q in it or something.
All right. So Vathedh. Ooh. And then Shaon. Okay. So, just a reminder that that's also something that's on your
Yes.
agenda in case you forgot. So,
Never forget. Like an elephant.
so you guys, finish up, your breakfasts that you have, and then you begin to make your way out, and you are needing to head southeast, which is towards the mine.
Are we going to
And
pass by the
temple?
building?
you will not.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
that was
is
over
the
to
north.
the north, you said.
okay.
But
Do we hear anybody talking about it?
I'm glad you brought it up. So yes, you in the morning as you're talking with the barkeep and just going about your eating and whatnot, he says, the strangest thing happened last night. Someone put a flaming bag of fish at the front steps of the Temple of Uvamar. It's super bizarre. Super bizarre.
It is strange.
But
Yeah, why would anyone ever do such a thing?
Some people have no respect for the mighty god Uzumar.
But what's really just weird about it is once the bag finished kind of burning, it just fizzled out, and so it's just a bunch of fish that didn't even cook. So I mean, I don't understand the point.
Sounds like a gift.
That's just the weirdest thing. Who would do?
Some kind of gift to the gods, I guess.
Maybe
Gods are strange.
They are. Maybe one of the other gods are like, hey, Uzumar, your clerics reading too much. They need a bite to eat, and sent them some fish.
I'm not sure about the other clerics, but I know that is something I have struggled with in the past, where I get distracted by my books.
I can
Sounds
see
good.
that.
So that's essentially what you hear. Nothing too crazy about it. Didn't set the temple up in flames at all. Would have been difficult anyway. It's made of stone.
Bang.
But
Better luck next time.
you guys head out. You head out of the southwest entrance. Then you make your course correction towards the southeast along the Zumaji Road.
As we're walking, I'm dying to talk to Asar.
Okay, go ahead.
And so I was just skipping along, and every once in a while, just Ray of Frost.
You're a one-trick pony now. That's all you know.
Is Ray of Frost the cantrip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Asa,
Ray of Frost.
that's impressive.
As she's doing that, actually, I'm going to start, like, casting Hellfire at everything she does a Ray of Frost on.
Okay.
Just
So you
Just
see,
for the heck of it.
you guys see this ray of frost coming out, just going out into like this beam of bluish white light, and then all of a sudden you see like this blackish red flame burst up right at where the ray of frost is impacting, and it's just you guys being
You're
weirdos.
ruining everything.
besides bringing attention to ourselves, untoward,
Oh, it was supposed to be stealthing. I'm sorry.
Yes. Have you always had a gift for the? You said you were a cleric.
Oh, yes. Brand new.
I'm a brand new cleric as well.
Oh, wow. We could learn together.
That sounds exciting.
Can you do Ray of Frost as well?
I cannot. I can do this, and I cast. I've never done this before, so it kind of pauses for a moment. And I cast Thaumaturgy, and I where the last flame went, I make it.
Grow.
No, let's see, what can I do?
Flicker, brighten, dim, or change
Oh no, I
color.
just make the ground just shake. Just.
Oh, that is so cool.
Well, that's really interesting. I can do that too, and I'll copy Sheru.
Wow.
I'm sure if anyone's following us, they can easily
I
find
didn't know
our
I was a
trail.
cleric, but I guess I am too.
I turned to Marcy and like, you ever feel like you're left out of a joke or something?
I feel like I'm surrounded by head cases.
I mean, at the very least, the trip won't be boring.
At least there's that. As
So
long
have
as
you,
we don't get caught.
have you always been able to just will things to happen?
Well, I thought that's what magic was.
For me, it takes study and time, and
Well, I did study you.
that is very short study time from what I have experienced.
I've read some about magic. I've never actually studied magic. But I got my powers after I talked with Uvamar, and he accepted me as one of his clerics.
Uvamar doesn't listen to me, but that's fine.
Oh, so that's how you become a cleric. The gods tell you that you're the cleric.
I thought
Not necessarily all the
that's-
time.
I thought that you were a cleric.
It's
I am a cleric.
It's
That's
from-
how I'm able to do magic.
it's from your faith in that god that grants you your power.
Can you copy any spell?
I'm going to. How did you do the earthquake?
Thaumaturgy.
What is it?
The thaumaturgy, whatever.
It's a verbal. So I just speak a word. It's a verbal component. So just I say the word and make the ground shake again.
Asa tries to copy it exactly, and nothing happens.
So there's a limit. You're just fascinating. I've never met
She
someone
only
like
copies wizards that have spent, 90% of their lives
Yes.
studying magic.
Who
I am 50 years
are you a
old.
cleric for?
I am a cleric of a god, of a good god.
I don't know that there is one of those.
Insight check.
Jubabi?
Juanabi.
Junanabi.
Juanabi.
My
Juanabi.
friend, Malika. She was a cleric of Junabi. She spent many years just traveling the desert and finding folks to heal.
What's
Do I believe-
what are your guys' passive
Do I
insights?
believe her?
Mine
10.
is 16.
It's terrible.
These two.
It's terrible. Just 10.
Sorry.
Yeah, just I'm a cleric of a good god or whatever.
My wisdom isn't
kind
like,
of seemed
like the
suspicious
greatest.
to me.
So
Go ahead and
Dang
make a
it.
deception.
Where's my
check.
Yeah. Where is
my
deception?
passive.
It should be alphabetical.
I will be kind of honest. I've
My passive
been
Plus
hanging
five,
out with her
whatever
for
that is.
several
I'm not
weeks
gonna
now.
do
passive
and
insight is 11.
This is the first
Neither
time
of you
I've
are
seen her use magic
suspecting
as well, so I don't
anything.
know how that
She-
all
it's
According
just
to-
her quirkiness.
According to you guys, yeah, it's just kind of her personality, maybe still being fairly
Sure.
new to you guys, not wanting to say too much.
Sounds
So
great.
Yeah, just don't know how fire genasi typically behave.
I'd like to teach you another spell,
Okay. I shall try to learn.
and I want to see if you can do it.
Okay.
I'm going to
do.
So one thing I'm also going to mention as you guys are traveling, this is a fairly heavily traveled road, so you guys don't.
Yeah. I was like, I'm like, keep it down, but I'm also like, let's see the extent.
You guys don't necessarily have people near you, but you can see like wagons and beetle caravans moving ahead of you, behind you. So, but each person goes their own pace, and but lots of merchants travel this road.
This time I'm going to be not quiet about what I'm saying. So I just, this again is verbal, and move my hand and then create the spectral floating hand that appears.
Oh, I've read about that one. It's very useful.
Oh, that is super cool. What is that?
It is a mage's hand, as it were, that can be used for. Well, listen, I just.
How long did that
take?
take you to learn that?
Well, I'm 50, so you can imagine that it took quite a while.
I'm gonna cast it too.
What?
Yeah, it's.
How dare you!
My goodness.
I
You have quite a few magical
I don't know
users.
what's taking you so long to learn all these spells, but
So you studied. You say your power is just kind of part. You say you're a cleric. Sorry. Where do you get your power?
well, that's a good question. I'd like to know that myself, actually,
Interesting.
but it's relatively new as well.
Do I believe him?
Okay, yeah, can I make an insight check?
Go ahead
on
and
that?
make a deception check.
It's not deception. Well,
It's up to you, but you can keep it hidden.
I'm trying to figure out if that's how much. Okay, yeah, we'll see.
I passed it at 16.
16.
11. So
18.
Nice.
my wisdom isn't very high.
So both of you believe what he's saying.
Of course I do.
Jeez, none of you trust each other. Jeez. What's wrong with this party?
What about you, Asa? Try what I just.
So Asa does the hand movements, she says the words, and nothing happens. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Do I only know one spell? Is that what usually happens? How many spells did you learn in the beginning?
Usually one at a time.
Right. Well, I've got Ray of
I
Frost.
have a few, but not.
It is a
that
pretty cool spell.
Rather ironic for you, though.
many. But the trouble now is I
Yeah,
need
you
to
could put out
find
your
the
hair with
spells.
I could do what?
You
with
could put out your hair with it.
It's
If it caught.
Don't try it.
you almost had me.
I promise I will not set your hair on fire.
I need to find the
Today.
spells to then learn them. That's the problem. I'm trying to create my own, but it's more troublesome than learning a spell that's already been weaved into the fabric.
Are there a finite number of spells in the world?
I don't know. I would assume so.
You've been studying this for 50 years, and you don't know.
It's, it's hard to find when people keep that information from you.
He does have a point. The church, for the most part, does like to keep a very close eye on magic users.
That's why we should
know,
keep
just-
this between us.
Not on the road
Not
in
on the
front
trail,
of
yes, exactly.
tons of caravans and people. that
Everyone
may
can
be
see that
passing
we.
us.
Yes, any one of them could be an agent that decides that we're a threat, and poof.
I keep forgetting that that's a thing.
Not to
In
mention,
my city-state, magic could be used openly.
I would love to visit that sometime.
not to mention, if anyone recognizes you or me from a wanted poster or something, we.
Are you a criminal?
No, I'm not a criminal. I,
Ins.
Oh wait, you told me yesterday you're
Not a
pirate.
criminal yet.
yes, I am a pirate. We also recently escaped by the help of Rainer, so we might still be sought after.
I mean, those slavers, that's criminal.
That is criminal. I don't understand slavery.
I'm kind of a pirate of old buildings.
Are you now? I see. Well, You let
We
me
are
know.
such the same.
Yeah, see, look, I can cast claws. And I use my claws.
Just like
I
back
am
up a
a-
little bit.
I am a wizard too.
I know that spell too.
That is most impressive.
I cast whip.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna like just pout a little bit because the people are gonna do freaking magic all of a sudden.
We've got this very learned wizard who is not too happy that others
Just
do what he does.
Yeah. Messed up.
So you guys continue down this road. You pass some merchants who are going a little slower, just with their their wares and whatnot that they're moving. You do pass some slavers as well. You see some of the slave carts heading towards the mine.
If there's any opportunity while I have Mage Hand out, that's something that feels like easy pickings with my Mage Hand from a passing. If it doesn't look like I could just...
Your
I mean,
mage hand isn't invisible, right?
no,
It's
it's
only
a
rogue,
spectral
right?
floating hand.
Okay.
But I can basically make it sit there while as I pass off to the side and just kind of hide it.
I would say in current
Probably
circumstances,
be really hard to do.
it'd be very, very difficult to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you could try it, but
No, I'm
the
not.
DC would be pretty
I
high.
don't want to. Yeah.
When you make it sit there in floating air, and right as someone comes to it, it becomes tangible, and just,
Yeah.
and then you make it disappear.
We could make
It
our
just
mage
goes-
hands give each other high
Yeah, that's right.
To make them arm wrestle.
Yeah. See if your mage hand is stronger than mine. Wait, yours is bigger. Why is that?
Oh gosh, I did this last time.
Can only carry like 10 pounds, so it's not really like that. Yeah.
I think it's 5 pounds.
I thought it was 10.
Oh, that
Well,
was 5 too.
I thought it was 5 as well, but I don't know if something
Says
changed. But it's 10. Yeah.
must have changed.
Nice.
Or I just, am an idiot. But anyway, besides the point. So you guys continue making your way, and the scenery changes obviously as you're moving away from the Pumaango Oasis. Things are a little bit more fertile around there. You see the grass is growing, shifts more into kind of a duney sand type travel. But at the same time, there's still enough rocky outcroppings that you're able to follow the nature of the road. It's not like a total sand dune where the landscape's totally changing.
You said it was a pretty busy road, right?
Fairly busy, yeah.
Okay.
You guys did hear that it's less traveled these days for whatever reason. Like supplies are harder to get by in the Pumaango Oasis, so it's not quite as heavily trafficked as it normally is, but still quite a few people making the trek.
Would it look like anyone's following us rather than just heading the same way we are?
Make a perception check.
That's not good. 16?
16. So it does, as you look behind you, it does look like it appears to be one group is traveling about the same pace as you. Excuse me. But they aren't seeming to make a move at this point, or being aggressive, but they are matching your speed.
Someone followed us.
They're matching your speed, and then when you take breaks, they take breaks, so to speak.
Interesting. I guess I'll mention that to the group as we're going along.
I knew it. I knew that this would cause people to follow us.
You
We need
mean
to keep this quiet?
all the magic we've been playing around
All
with?
the frost and the fire and the
Perhaps they're
frost
friendly.
and the fire.
Perhaps we should try to talk to them, see if they're friendly.
How large is the group?
How many people have you talked to that have been friendly?
Well, most people I talk to are fairly friendly.
How many people have you talked to?
That's certainly not the point.
Let's see. Well, there was where I grew up. I had my
Exactly.
family.
So anyway, we should be wary.
Do I
Heads on
recognize
swivels.
these people following us or any of their supplies? Like, can I recognize their profession from their supplies?
Nice. Yeah.
They're still pretty far away.
Okay.
So it's not like you have like you can see like each person. You can just tell that there's people back there. And go ahead and make an investigation check. I'd say with disadvantage to know how many there are.
Me? I was just asking somebody who could see.
Yeah, I could try looking too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I
Or one of you is why don't we do one of you or each of you can do your own rolls
Do a
or
roll
one
off.
with advantage.
I think I'll do my own.
I
That sounds good.
got a 16.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey. 21.
Okay.
Jump to the dice.
So from that distance, it's hard to make out, but paying pretty close attention, it looks like there's about 7 people back there,
Ooh.
and they don't seem to have like any like beetles or wagons with them. Just 7 people.
Are we on a wagon? Is that what we're?
We're walking
Or we're walking? Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
in the desert sand.
What
So-
happened to the wagon?
I'm just
You didn't
gonna
have a
say
wagon?
this,
There was a hand
The
cart.
That was a
cart.
hand cart at
It was
someone's
it was the
house.
Smith's
Oh.
hand cart. It was their own hand cart.
I thought we were gonna steal it.
This might sound crazy, but follow me. And I just veer off the road into the desert.
Okay.
I follow.
I'll follow.
I guess I'll follow.
Yep, I follow immediately.
Okay. Sounds good. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the most difficult terrain of the sands
Oh,
to
'cause-
traverse
I like that. I know what he's doing.
because I can do it at normal speed. And we are
Your
going
party
to
did it as well.
Yes, and because I know the desert,
I knew I chose the right friends.
I won't get lost. And in the meantime, I am going to be eyeballing for any sort of scorpion tracks that might lead us to
Okay.
that.
Make a survival check for me. And I believe you get it with advantage because you're in favored terrain.
Yes. That's good. Yeah. So it's a 17.
17. So I would say you do notice some scorpion tracks as you guys are moving. It looks like they on occasion come towards the road and then away from the road afterwards.
I mean, we're heading off the road anyway. But
Yep. So as you guys are moving along, excuse me, you're able to make it.
Alton, keep an eye out behind us.
Should I try
Yeah, I'll
to
do
cover
that.
our tracks? Is that a thing we want to do?
I wouldn't worry about it. I can lose them.
The best thing I could try is just sweeping my tail behind
I
us.
was gonna say I could do the same.
That's awesome. Yes.
Go for it.
Do it.
Keep an eye out on the back.
I'll bring it the rear and kind of watch our 6 and
Okay.
also just wipe my tail along the trail.
Sounds good. Why don't you guys give me the marching order real quick?
Making like a giant.
Obviously, Rainer is at the front.
Yep.
And
I'm in between whoever I can.
Alton is at the back.
I'll be next to Raina.
Okay.
I'll be right in front of the back people.
I'll be next to Alton.
I'm walking next to.
Are we doing? I imagine single file. Is that correct?
Well, I think we're doing 2x2.
Yeah, kind of loose.
Yeah.
2x2 or single file.
Yeah.
Just
That,
a bit of a-
that, yeah. Like that.
Let me get this correct.
Heroes go marching 2 by 2.
There's a black square in the way.
Don't worry, I'm an expert in black squares.
And then
Don't step on the cracks.
you two are in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mother's back.
And Arden. Okay.
So how hot?
No
is
one's going to get that joke because this is a podcast and they can't see the map.
it? All right.
So they heat wise, it's pretty hot.
Because every alternate between 3 people at a time, basically doing a little gust of wind,
Oh, that's nice.
How
except for the fiery one.
How kind of you. Except for that. That was rude.
She's
Still feel
fire.
hot.
Like, she's fine.
The tiefling and the fire genasi are fine in the heat.
Actually,
Yeah.
tiefling doesn't.
They
need
might
it
feel
either.
hot, they're just not affected by it.
Right.
Still rude.
So round robin of the four of us that.
That's a wonderful priest. Thank you, Arden.
You know, when I was younger, I had people fan me.
What? You had people fanning you?
Well, you can copy what I'm doing.
I can imagine she had many fans as a child.
Every once in a while, it's going to be an odd odor. That's
Did
like
I ever
a
mention
cat
my
place.
uncle was a bard?
So you guys continue making your way through. Go ahead and make a another perception check for me, Alton.
What do you specialize?
14.
Okay. So you're able to see that the group does appear to try and follow you. But as you guys progress into this this desert, you guys are able to lose track of them fairly easily, and you're able to move them quickly through this area.
Dang.
Do we want to like circle back around and get the drop on them, or just disappear?
I
should
prefer
try
not
to
to
avoid
kill
fights.
people we haven't had actual interactions
There are
with.
more of them than us too.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably wisest, considering we don't know much about them, what they may be equipped for, that it'd be best to avoid them for the time being.
It also seems like only 3 of us have experience doing such things, so we're more outnumbered than you may assume.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I do have these newfound powers, but they're untested.
There's 6 of us.
I spent my days teaching children, so I haven't been in a fight in a while. Not since I lived in the jungle.
Listen, if we want to, after we finish this scorpion business, I could probably find them again, and like I said, I know my way around these sands.
Just task at hand.
And give me a minute, I could probably sneak up on them and get some more info.
Yes, I don't want to engage them in battle, but I would like to know who they are and why they are choosing to follow us.
I would like to talk to them and ask them questions about their story.
Of course you will.
I mean, I have many friends about, but there is also, it's rather easy to make enemies.
True, there's a time and a place, and this is neither the place or the time.
After the scorpion, then.
We're finding a dead squib.
Go ahead and make a history check, Rainer.
Yeah, history.
That's my favorite thing.
That's my favorite thing.
9.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
guys,
I got a 9.
My history's
Okay.
pretty good.
So just knowing what you know about the region, you don't know everything about what goes on in the merchant caravans and whatnot, but you do know that this is a very popular route for people just to get enslaved. People will essentially hijack other caravans and take whom they see as potential profit to bring to the mine.
So there is a possibility that there's probably just another group of slavers, like I saved you from before.
not again.
Yes, and considering that we weren't with any sort of a caravan, it's just, a handful of people walking the road, might seem like easy pickings to a group like that, especially since they outnumbered us. And this is kind of their job. They pick people off. So
No, I
it's
understand.
probably
but
best that we avoid them altogether at this point.
I don't know if you're aware, but our abilities are rare. So,
Doesn't seem that way. There's quite a few of us here.
Well,
in this world, there are no coincidences, but let's just be careful. I don't want to be a slave.
Yes, I
That sounds
was
like
one
actually
for
an
like
interesting
a few
experience.
days. It was awful.
oh, it's
I'm sure someone
absolutely
could tell
interesting.
you about it, but not.
You do all that work and you don't get paid.
Sounds about right.
I don't get paid anyways.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very different from what I'm familiar with.
You don't get paid yet. I mean, I don't get paid much either for my work, but
You don't get to study.
it's
That would
better
be
than
sad.
You
slavery.
don't get books.
I would miss that.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
I grew up in an orphanage, so it's basically child labor for free, you know. I understand a little bit about that.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
next time we
it's
make
the
camp, I'm gonna
same
ask
thing
you
when
about
you're
your child.
when you're working
That
for your
sounds like-
parents.
Oh, it was
You're,
awful. I mean, it was good, and then it was awful. But
Sounds like life.
I'll need some more information later.
maybe.
But don't worry. I keep if you have anything secrets, I have this extra book I keep secrets in, and then I write it in an Aquan, so very few people can read that.
May I see it?
I had you. It's written on Aquan. Yeah, sure. I trust you, Auden. Or yeah, that's your name.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's this black book bound in black leather, and it's written in Aquan.
Aquin.
Do you know Aqua?
Ah, no, I've never even heard of it. But I'm gonna
Comprehend language.
yeah.
What a jerk.
I'm gonna take man, I wouldn't be able to ritual cast it though because we're walking.
Yeah, so
Dang it.
you're not in a position to do that. Maybe later.
No
I
offense.
give it back and he's like, I can't read it.
No worries.
No offense, but I feel like in a lot of ways we are running for our lives. Maybe reading is not what we're doing right now.
You never know.
I imagine I've been doing a really bad job of covering our tracks with my tail because now it's just like a tail switch that's
Showing where
Well,
we're going.
Fortunately for you, you guys are moving very, very quickly through
quickly.
this desert and outpacing them. So, what I was going to say is,
Sorry.
Rainer, I want you to make, with advantage, a perception check.
Wait. Asa can see that he's trying to look, and I'm going to touch him and say, Junanabi, bless you. And you have guidance.
Is that a D4?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'd be a 15.
Okay.
With advantage and guidance?
I rolled low. It was kind of a bad.
Thank goodness for advantage, right?
Yep.
Neat. So,
I think I have a lot of D20s.
you were able to easily pick this up as you crest over this rock outcropping. You see up ahead what looks to be a beetle. Was definitely used as part of a caravan. You can still see kind of the clippings and whatnot holding the gear on. And you see that it's twitching slightly.
Oh shoot.
It's clearly dead, but moving. And as you look closer, you see two big claws gripping it on either end, and what looks to be a tail of a scorpion up behind it. But you can't see what the scorpion is doing, but you assume that it's eating this beetle. You also notice. Well, go ahead and with that information, anything that you're doing.
I immediately stop the group. Just say, okay, good news, guys. Found a scorpion. Bad news. Two bad news is it's not dead, and it's kind of big. Good news, it is currently occupied. Eating one of those large caravan beetles. So,
I see. Well, I know at least 3 of us have ranged attacks.
I've got magic. I can cast the spell.
Ranged?
Yes.
Okay, 4 of us have ranged attacks. I have my bow. That's 5. Do you have a bow or a slingshot or something?
I have a couple daggers, and my whip. So
okay.
Are we doing
So Raina is the bait. then.
Oh, it's just a scorpion. No
This
big
isn't-
deal.
I,
I've read about it in
As-
books. It's go for the belly. It's softer.
okay.
listen, I think if we get the jump on it, get a few good hits in first, we could probably take it down before it kills any of us.
Yeah. Should we surround it then?
Preferably, yes.
I believe our friend Kaiji has probably been in combat, but has anybody else been at Raina, I assume?
Oh, yes.
Been a few years.
Honestly, these you get them in varying sizes and varying levels of difficulty depending on those sizes. This one, I venture a guess, might take all of us in a coordinated effort.
You think we can do it?
Oh, absolutely.
Insight.
You're a loser. Okay. Bear with me.
Okay. This is going to be our dead
I'm
beetle.
scared already.
That's a dead beetle.
Sounds good.
Nice.
There's your masterpiece.
Ooh, look at that.
You just take a picture.
Oh, that's a big scorpion.
Yeah, someone should take a picture real quick.
My phone's crap, so someone with a good picture phone.
Okay, so you guys see this. What is your game plan?
Are we
Basar
sure we
is-
have to?
I've read it in the book. I've read this in the book. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Listen, I've been watching the tracks as we've been going through the desert. This is really the only one I know of nearby.
Do we know if they travel in pairs or multiple
I
numbers?
actually would know the number of.
Yeah, so it's a single scorpion as far as you can tell.
Can I make a
But
nature
is that
check
usual?
to see how much I
Yeah.
know?
Well, I'm just saying because of
That's
my
what, yeah.
familiarity
17.
with the desert, I would know the number of how many, the exact number of how many we're tracking.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, right.
yes.
What'd you say?
17.
So, you know, based upon just the reading that you've done, that scorpions generally travel and hunt alone, except when they mate.
Mr. Ogden, scorpions, they are solitary creatures, unless it's time for the mating season.
And currently, it's not mating season, so you can trust me when I say this one is definitely alone.
That is a boon from the gods. Then let's see what we can do.
Okay, so
And is there any terrain we can use to our advantage, like dunes that have formed anywhere?
Yeah. So as you're looking around, it's a fairly rocky terrain, and this scorpion specifically, it's eating this beetle. It seems like maybe the caravan stepped off the road to do a little secure camping. Possibly was ambushed, is what it looks like, by this scorpion. If there were any survivors from this caravan, they either escaped, and the scorpion was just taking on the beetle. But it's hard to say. But otherwise, yes, this area has some rocky outcroppings, some hills that you can kind of move up. And in fact, you're looking at this scorpion from kind of a hilltop looking down into kind of a slight valley here.
Okay. Well, I say just position yourself.
After
as-
you.
Are we
As
going
far
to make
away as you can,
a
and as high as
ranged
you can.
attack then?
Yes.
yeah, those of you that can make ranged attacks, stay at
60
stay
feet
at
is the
range.
farthest I can do.
I throw a dagger and run in, but I'd rather just use the whip if I can do that. I can hit him at length, though it's entirely possible that they could hit me at. It can hit me at length, considering the size of that stinger. So we'll see what we can do. Just
What's the signal to strike?
Does anybody know bird noises?
I would say let's do our best to hit it before it notices us, and then I'll run in. So
On 3.
Right before we engage, Asa's going to go take a little vial of holy water out of her pouch and say a little prayer to Junavi, and Raina, Mossy, and Alton are blessed.
Anybody up front? That's a good idea. And I'm terrified, so I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah, I've got a
Do you have
spear, so I
the
could
blessed
kind of
things?
get in
Do
it.
you-
I say we all do
I gave it to Austin.
one
Okay.
collective ranged attack. One collective ranged attack, and then
And always stealthing.
oh, that's cool.
Yes, I was going to ask, are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We are definitely trying to be stealthy.
Can you remind me
about
what bless is? Is D4 on...
this. Extra D4 on attacks and saving throws.
Okay.
Bless is nice.
Okay.
Ooh, the blessed ring. Just flunk.
It's not.
Oops.
The ring can't go around Rainer's big fat butt. Probably can go underneath it.
It can't go underneath. I already tried.
Oh.
Yeah, it's stuck like that. So
Okay. Got a hula hoop bless.
So you could put it on from the bottom.
That's what I say, underneath.
I tried it, and the base is too big.
Oh, the base
Oh,
isn't.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's weird.
That's strange.
That works.
There you go.
Just
Okay.
muscle it on there.
So everyone give me their stealth roll. We'll start with Ryan.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's yours, not mine.
17.
Should I use the digital dice?
No, just do real.
I'm liking my devil dice. I'm getting good rolls with it.
Dirty 20.
Come on!
13.
Okay.
12.
18.
2.
Way to bring the average down.
That continues.
That just makes sense for us.
Do you want a different D20?
You brought it down from a 16
Yeah, just
to a 13.
grab them out of the
geez.
middle. Just grab what you need.
You were up there.
I have
Here,
bright
try this one.
red
This one is
flaming
immune to crystals.
Yeah. Your whole body is just like, what was that?
And it's a 1. Oh, it's a 7. I thought it was a 1. This one's immune to curses.
really bad dice. I didn't even make it into the thing.
No, it was just like, whoa, there it is. In there.
The dice is just like, not her. Anyone but her.
Okay.
Never seen dice run away from someone.
You guys are able to move into position. The scorpion doesn't seem to be paying any attention,
I'm just staying
continuing with
behind.
its meal.
Uh,
As you guys
Very
get
nice.
kind of closer, see the scorpion proper, you are able to see that it taking chunks
I'll give a
out of this
shrew.
beetle and using its mandibles to chew on it. And you see that quite a bit of this beetle's already been eaten up. So, so you guys are in position, and we are going to pick up the session next time with this fight, and we'll get your initiative then. Thanks for listening to the RollFare a D&D podcast, and take care.
You have been listening to RollFare, a D&D podcast. Produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields. Executive produced by the RollFare team. Copyright 2021 by RollFare LLC. All rights reserved. Visit us online at rollfare.com.